Bum 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 bum.
That's weird because that's the one that's going to get me copywritten because of the Marvel music.
Yeah. But let's just play it.
Well, we did, so here we are. What's going on, everybody? We got
What's
another
going
one
on?
for you. This episode's going to be an odd one. I don't exactly know how we're going to work this one through, but we're going to.
We need a little bit of a precursor on this, like a little explanation.
Yeah, last week we did a little investigation on this one, but I'm happy to go even more in depth with it. So, but do we have a story for you of how this one came to be?
Yeah, last week we looked at a book, and I got to say the artwork looks cool. The book looked interesting.
Right.
And we were super excited. Like, so many questions to talk to the creator.
Right. And his name is he goes by Blake Canvas. I believe that's his pen name, which is pretty cool because Blake Canvas, blank canvas, it's a play on.
I didn't think about that.
I thought that was pretty cool. That's really cool. That's unique. That sets it apart from other creators.
It always helps to have like a interesting name,
Right. And
Blank Canvas.
I was like, that's brilliant.
This book's for, Blank Canvas.
Yeah. It ain't too shabby. But this is an odd one, and we'll go through it. But before we do that, of course, as always, or when I'm able to, I have what's going on, Zombie Boy? Welcome to the chat.
Hey, Zombie, what's going on, man?
Another day, another night at work. I see. Glad you're here. But we have another unboxing to take place.
All right, hell yeah!
First, before we get into the Triskele Sisters. I don't know if that's how you say that. That it's Irish, so I could be pronouncing that wrong.
Triskele.
But this came from Critical Blast, so I don't even know who this is officially from. So, because he distributes for everybody, right?
Yep.
Oh shit! Daniel Parker finally got his books out.
Which one was that?
Daniel Parker is he's a creator. We've talked to him on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But he finally fulfilled his 3 issues of Guardian Angel.
Oh,
so
sweet!
That's pretty cool. Let me blow up here and I'll show him off to you. He's been working on these for a hot minute, kind of like Noah from NTM Comics with his Mavericks books. But this is Guardian Angels, and this one's called Angels Awakening. I guess this is a solo, single issue, whatever. Give me more background.
Hey, that looks pretty good.
Then we have Guardian Angel.
Oh, I like that.
He does the painterly art style. I really like it.
Yeah, that looks good, man. I like that.
And then, of course, Guardian Angel 2. So I'll be happy to dive into those.
I don't remember this one. What was this one supposed to be about?
Just spiritual type entities, angelic, demonic that she has to go up against, but she also works for like a secret organization. And you can tell by the characters back there in the background that there's going to be some conflicts going on, but I really like this logo down here. Angels Awakening. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like that. So it's like about angels and demons and stuff, and then hot babes. So there's like a double entendre.
Definitely. But let's see.
Hey, Shadowpunk's in there too.
Zombie Boy says this Saturday I get my first printed draft. Hell yeah!
Oh
man.
yeah, that's gonna be cool. You gonna come on the show and talk about it? Because I want to see that.
I'm gonna be pissed off if he goes to anybody else like Katie.
Yeah, what's up with that shit?
I'm talking to you, man. You better come here first. Shadowpunk's up in here.
What's going on, Shadowpunk?
I got to get one.
He's got Shadow's got he's got his issue 2 coming out pretty soon, right? Are we still in the sign up phase?
Yeah, and the covers for this one just blow. I'm sorry, Shadow, but your new covers for issue 2 blow your first cover out of the water. They are
that's crazy. Clean. I like that first cover. In fact, the Shadowpunk, the first issue, that one main cover he did was half the reason I bought the book, because I was like, I really like this style, man. I like the way it looks.
But let's see.
And the book was awesome. That was a fun book, fun read. Yeah, looking forward to part 2.
Fuck yeah. Shadowpunk says cool artwork that has to do with Guardian Angel. Yeah, he'll be happy to hear about that. Zombie boy laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it's not that you can, it's that you are.
Yeah,
it's not even an option at this point. Shadowpunk's launching tomorrow. All right.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know you're able to come on here when you want to, and we'll give you, a little platform to say.
We'll give you like I know 2
viewers. Platforms to be on.
That's 2 potential backers you're going to have coming on this show. Minus yourself.
I know, right? It's almost like it's solidified when you come on this show for some reason.
Yeah, dude. We got that one book, that one backer they needed to push them over that limit.
Damn straight. I wonder how that happened, man. I don't know. It just got there. But let's go ahead and get into what's called the Triskele Sisters. The link is pinned up at the top of the chat, so you can check it out there along with us, or you can just watch us share the screen and take a look at it here. This is, of course, on Kickstarter, and it's got a really cool look. Of course, it does have TNA and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's on Kickstarter. Better.
This is a little unique for me. This one. It's a black and white book, but he's marketing it as a manga. But the art doesn't really match up with manga. The black and white, I guess, is what he's trying to say. But it is very much an indie comic in that black and white sense. No colors, but pretty damn good art.
If it's good art, it doesn't really matter if it has color or not. There's plenty of awesome books out there that are black and white. In fact,
I can think of a couple. It was being sold as like a manga, but it really looks like an Americanized manga.
This is the one that started off with the directions on how to read it, right? I think he needs to ditch the whole manga like trope, right? It's not, in my opinion, it's not a manga because
the artwork isn't. The faces kind of are, but the rest of it not so much, right? Which we'll get into it. I'll go ahead and I'll play the video. We'll take a look, see at what this really is.
And I'll talk about that in a second.
Is that loud enough?
I can hear it. I don't know if the Shadowpunk and Zombie can hear it.
Turn on my volume.
That's kind of Oh, I didn't know there's 3 books. Or is it 3 options for the same book?
Yeah, hardcover, soft cover, and then a leather bound.
Ah. Oh, yeah. A few things to talk about here. Phenomenal artwork, in my opinion. I like the artwork in this book. I would back it based off the artwork alone. The lettering we talked about a bit last week.
Right.
Like some of the lettering fits and works, but man, that typed font lettering just almost kills it.
Yeah, it's like a Times New Roman.
Yeah. So it doesn't work. In my opinion, I don't think that font works.
And we're not gonna like rip it apart, but we are giving our thoughts on it. So
that page right there says it all. Look at that R.
But we do
coming out of the monster.
We do a critique sandwich. Nice things that could be worked on, stuff like Peter was saying. This R down here, that's really cool looking. And then it just
in contrast to everything else there.
Yeah.
You see some effort being put into that monster's growl, and then I see zero effort in the font. And I know that's like a manga thing, but it's something about the size of the font and everything. You could talk about that font. And we did the same. It's the same thing as Rob Hunter. Really badass artwork. This book has awesome artwork. And you can
100%.
really kill it with just like lazy fonts, lazy lettering.
Right.
I even like the word boxes, but yeah,
Right.
the font.
And the font that you want to use, you can find it in what do you call it? In Microsoft Word or other ones. It's very simple. It's called Comic Sans, S-A-N-S. Comic Sans.
Yeah, bare minimum Comic Sans. Like that's even bare minimum.
It's normal for comics.
I don't know if that would work with this style, though. To be fair, I don't know if that font would work with this style. Obviously, he chose a font that he was trying to impose some kind of, I don't know, voice or something with, right? It's just the fact, the spacing. You could have done something with the spacing. You could have done something with. I mean, if you're gonna use the font, do something with it than just typing it and squeezing as much of it in a word box. Not even as much. There's not even that many words in each word box, but they look so tiny in those word boxes, and they look so. It doesn't feel like someone speaking to me. It feels like a computer, like an evil computer talking to me.
Right, just because of the font style. Sure.
Oh, that's a lot of font in those, and they even shrunk the font to fit it in. Ooh, that's rough right there.
The shadows of death, leave me untwisted by the visions of the end. Show me man's fate. Now, see, it's poetic. It's poetic.
But I don't want to read it though. Like I look at it and I'm like, I don't want to read that.
Right, I hear what you're saying, but I mean,
I'd read it. I'd buy this book and I would read it because the artwork looks awesome.
Really on the art.
This is the one that had like the pregnancy shit, right? Like the first couple pages was like the lady giving birth.
We'll look at that in a bit too, but before we get to
back it anyways.
The way we came about this is what happened was, let me break this down. What happened is that a lot of people on the indie circuit, for some reason, have the idea that just DMing you in your Instagrams to be like, hey, thought you might want to check out this book. It looks like it'd be something you into. When nothing on my Instagram page shows that I would be into this kind of art or storytelling, because all my stuff is superhero or, colorful characters, And so he sent me this, and I rolled my eyes around because I was like, God damn it, another one just DMs me out of the blue. Had no relation to the guy, never met him, never talked to him before. Just, I'll show it right here. This is the very first thing that he sends.
You know what? I honestly would say that's not a big deal. That you kind of want people to reach out to you, right? So he is either aware of the channel or is like, hey, maybe you want to check this out. And that's cool. And there is something to be said about looking at books without the creator on, because either they're great at selling their book or they're really bad at it.
Well, we're going to find out.
Or maybe somewhere in the middle.
But let's see. Shadowpunk reminds me of the movie Tenet. Seems amazing. If only I could hear what they were saying. Sure. I hear that. But anyway, do I have this? Let me bring this up. So this is the first thing that I get from Blake Canvas, or Sean Donaldson, his actual name. But he's from the UK.
So wait, hold on. You told me his name was Blake Canvas.
I said it's a pen name.
Oh, I didn't catch that. No, so he made a fake pen name and didn't make it Blank Canvas. He just went with Blake Canvas.
Blake Canvas sounds a lot more clever than Blank.
I mean, I guess, but that's if your name is Blake. Like my name's Peter Orchard. I know that those initials are PO, so I made Peter Orchard Studios so that I could use the name POS, right? I can say I'm the POS around these parts.
Who was it? Who's the one that used the pen name? Did the Raven?
Like if I had my name Peter Cottontail, that makes sense. But if I changed my name, what if I changed my name to like, I don't know, Rogue Agent, right? But I'm like Rogue Agent or something. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense because I'm making two completely new names.
That's fair. But anyway, he says He says, "Hey, I really hope I'm not bothering you. Just sharing info on my comic manga series, The Triskele Sisters, a dark fantasy story following the journey of the goddess Morrigan. Just thought it might be something you're interested in. If you were able to back the upcoming Kickstarter that starts in just 10 days' time, that would be amazing. Or if not, even sharing this link with your network would be so damn cool of you. Really can't wait to share this story with you, and thanks for checking out. If you do, there will be a huge day one, first come, first serve launch, discounts, stuff like that. Anyway, the link is in the chat, at the top of the chat.
Oh, he's hitting you up to buy the book, not necessarily to promote it.
Yes, and I've gotten that from a lot of individuals.
That makes sense.
It drives me up a wall.
Yeah, but you know what? That's not a bad way to get out there and hit people up. I've actually never had anybody hit me up to buy their book on Instagram.
It's not a bad way to get noticed and get somebody interested, but I would much rather you come on the show to talk about it, because I want to meet the creator and hear about the passion and the background and the story of why you're creating this thing, which he does, because we tried to get him on last week, but he was running a little sick, so he wasn't able to make it. And then we were going to have him on this week, and then he realized.
Oh, wait a minute.
He realized that we are in the U.S. and he is in the U.K. So 8:30 our time is basically 2 p.m. his time, or 2 a.m. his time.
Which, if he was going to be on last week, he might have figured that out last week.
You would think he would have figured that out.
Or in the up and coming days to that point, or at any point at all. Because how many people do you hit up to do live streams in the UK? How many people are there in the UK doing comic book live streams?
Better one yet. Who reaches out to this channel to promote that often? But either way, so I told him that the show goes on for maybe about 2 hours. Or you can stay or go whenever you want. Just want to get to know you and everything. He said, all right, yeah, let's go for that. Might be a small chance I might have to cancel. I'm depending on workload. So already it's kind of flaky, right? Canceled last week, didn't know. But
it doesn't seem like he wants to. He's not like really excited to promote his book on the channel.
No, but it's the weirdest interaction that I've had with trying to get somebody to come on the channel, but it's fine because we're here and we're doing this.
Maybe if it was Dojo, he might be more excited to go on Dojo. Dojo had more subscribers than I do.
Yeah, he has more than I do. But anyway, yeah. We talked for a little bit. I show him like how we do it. I show him the Infinitel Chronicles interview to let him know that we just have a good time talk and shoot the shit. And then he was like, bro, I just realized the time don't match for me. It's 2 a.m. to go live for me, and I can't make loads of noise at that time. I'm in England. Can I record a video talking about the project and send you it? How long until the live? Sorry, man, I just realized. Unless you can move the time, but if not, then just send a video to talk about it all.
Well, I mean, we'd have to go like what? At like 11 in the afternoon or 2 in the afternoon? Which way? I'm sure.
Just send me any questions, and I'll send a video. I was shocked it was so late for me. Can't talk that late because of people sleeping in the house. You got a bedroom, bro. You got a bedroom.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I mean, imagine this. If I had a job, I will say this in his defense. Even though you should definitely be checking this shit out when you are going to go on someone's channel and you want them to help promote your book.
Yeah, ask questions. What time? Where are you?
Yeah, what time zones? Figure that kind of shit out first. I do understand that once it's 2 a.m., I don't know if I would want to go. If I'm trying to promote a book, I would try to make the time. Because I have a day job, I'd make that time up on either a Friday or a Saturday or something that is not going to affect my work schedule. But you can make the time, right?
Right. So hopefully he reaches out to other channels and gets out there.
Especially for like our channel. For our channel. I get it if he's going on, I don't know, some other channel. But like on our channel, you make the fucking time to get on this shit. Zombie fucking made the time to come on our channel because he knows how the benefit of coming on this show.
The benefit of this show is that we're not that big, so you can get your feet wet and you dabble and you see how well you perform with your own promotion, your own elevator pitch, right? Because we don't have that many viewers. We get like between 30 and 70, somewhere in there. And it's just enough of an audience to where they can interact with you, let you get the vibe of how it's going to be on other channels. That's what we provide here. I'm cool with doing that. I'm cool with us getting bigger and helping out people to get a larger audience too. But at this point in time, we're able to give you a small audience and let you just try and figure out how to work your promo.
And I will talk about stuff that might hurt your feelings, but is something you probably everyone else was too nice not to tell you. You know what I mean?
I agree, because we did have a couple people as soon as we started talking about the font leave the audience. So
is that what happened?
Who left when we started talking about that? But anyway,
is that today? Just now?
Yeah, just now. But when we talked about the font earlier being about Times Newman instead of Comic Sans or anything else. But anyway, I did send him some questions, and instead of sending video, he sent voice clips, audio clips. So we're gonna have fun trying to get through this one. But so anyway,
that is an odd way to promote your book.
Yeah,
I'll send you voice clips, or I'll send you a video promoting my book, which it's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing.
But the point of coming on the show is we got questions. We need answers.
It definitely makes it more humorous this way. Because I have no idea how these video clips are going to go, because I haven't listened to them yet. So this is going to be just as new for you as it is for me.
Watch it start going off on like some.
All right.
Start dropping like the
line these up. I said my first one was Blake. What are some of your inspirations? So here's the first 25-second clip.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
All
right. So Blake, tell me about yourself. What are some of your inspirations?
Hello, guys. Thank you for letting me on the show, first of all. And I'm sorry I can't make it. It's just so late in England. It's like 2 a.m.
That's
I would have
we
to
appreciate you being
quiet,
here, though.
And it would be kind of weird if I was whispering into the microphone for
Not
the
at
whole
all.
thing.
That would be
I'll just
weird.
answer some questions now, and hopefully it gives you some cool information.
Well, hell yeah. I got questions for you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm happy to. Yeah.
That's awesome. So this is called Triskele Sisters. And this is actually the Tome 1 hardback and manga softback. So you have 250 pages of book, 7 comics worth.
Wow.
7 comics. 250 pages of 7 comics. That's you got some big comics, dude.
Yeah. How much is this book?
This book is actually, for the digital, it's about $21.
All right. That's pretty fair, actually.
He knows the cost effectiveness of those digitals. I like it.
Yeah, you're getting me on that. I'm starting to kind of sway on the side of like
damn straight,
slightly cheaper digitals. But I do like digitals. I mean, I do like having them at least.
Right. So the softback, the manga version, is going to be $30. 250 pages for $30 is not a bad deal.
Not at all. Actually, how much is the shipping to get it out? To get it out of the UK?
The UK? That's one of the questions. So I wonder if he'll actually answer that one. I don't know how he'll answer it. But the bare bones hardback cover is $43. That's a pretty good steal.
That's the tomb. That's like I'm imagining this book is roughly what, like Berserk. If anyone who knows the Berserker book, those tombs, it kind of looks like that in the picture.
And then
or the fake picture that they provide.
Right. And then the actual like real hardback, which is 22 pages of Triskele Sisters story, plus 28 pages of making of content, is $68. And then he's got a bunch of other ones that just go out the wazoo. Of course, he's got the comic book store collectors with like 5 books you can get at one time. Yeah, the Store Saver pack. And then you've got the Huge Fan Softback Edition, which you get so much shit like T-shirts, A3 inked pages, signed by the artist, Triskele Sister cap or baseball cap, a bundle of booster cards for 75 character card collectibles, 3 A4 art prints, just original art prints. So he's put a lot into this campaign at the same time.
All right, hold on. I got an update. I'm like, I'm right here on the Kickstarter. It's about $17 for the shipping, about $30 for the classic softcover book. So you're looking at that's about $46 for over 200. That's a big book. That is a good deal for that size of book. And with this kind of artwork, that's actually a really good deal.
And I really like that his digital is about as much as one of the floppies that you would see in the circuit. $21 for a digital. Thank God you know the value of your book.
I don't like how Kickstarter I have to scroll through like 30 fucking add-ons.
So much.
Yeah, before I can go down to the next tier and then 30 fucking scrolls.
You said $17 for shipping. The softback's $30, $47. That's a steal. I don't know why the fuck there aren't more people on that one. The bare bones hardcover, which is, the less special hardback cover.
What's the difference? What's a bare bones hardback?
So the bare bones, let's find out. This is the bare bones edition of the regular hardback. What that means is this is made at a much lower cost, mostly black and white pages, no foil and lower quality paper. Oh, so you're getting foil if you go.
So it's like the Amazon hardback.
Right. Book. Yeah. So this one for $68, all inside collectible hardback book with premium quality and shiny foil emblem art. $68, $17 shipping, $68.17. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a hardback of 250 pages. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I'm seeing this is a really good. It's a good deal, like money wise. The artwork's good. Looks like you're going to get a lot of story out of it.
Let's ask him another question. Blake, how long have you been working on this story? Yeah, I would like to know that. How long have you been working on this story, Blake?
So, how long have I been working on the Triskele Sisters?
Triskele.
I should imagine about 8 years. I would say.
8 years.
And you're probably thinking, well, you haven't done that much for.
Was that 8 years recently, or is that 8 years like 10 years ago?
Most of that time is basically being like world building and just figuring out what kind of story I want to tell. Because in the beginning, I didn't even know if it was going to be a comic book. I didn't know it was going to be anything like what it is.
Okay. Why did you go with comic book? I like dude, that fucking piece right there is freaking amazing. Like that is a cool piece of artwork. Who's the artist?
He is.
Are you still playing it? We can't hear it. I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
I can't hear his audio. You might have to go back to his
shit.
You're right. Now, I actually started on a sci-fi VR game. I knew I wanted to make some really big story.
Mo's here.
I wanted it to be feasible for me.
We are interviewing Blake Canvas right now.
Stupidly, I tried to make a VR game, which is fine if it's a normal kind of 5-minute long VR game, but because I wanted to make a huge epic journey like Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings or something, it didn't quite work out. Nice little start to it, but then it kind of fizzled away, and I was like,
Michael
this
Fucker?
is not
Who's
be
Michael
feasible
Fucker?
For me. So that's when I started thinking more about the story. So I stepped away from what I was going to make this story on, like a computer game, a TV series, or a comic book. And I stepped away from all that, and I just started just writing, just putting down ideas for years, for like 2 years or 3 years, and just sketching characters in this world. So I basically was just world building for a long time.
Sounds like you, Peter, when you're building
Actually,
thinking of
I was
all
actually
the
about to
story
say
ideas
that.
and,
So y'all can stop giving me
I
shit
think-
because I've still got a couple
think we
more
can
years to go
all-
to make that.
agree that
I could be sitting on my ass for
building,
another couple
like,
of
a
years
really
before I
cool
get something
story
done.
takes time.
And then I'll just say, this took me fucking 10 years.
Because you can't just sit down in like a week or two
exactly, Muffle.
and just think, okay, I'm going to make the greatest story ever
Yeah.
told or something.
Now,
in
hold on a
those 2
minute there.
weeks.
And
Because
in that 8
all
years,
these really good ideas,
Oh, wait, never
they don't
mind.
come all at once. And you can't possibly just
That's
think
what I
of all
was
these
gonna
cool
ask.
ideas in 2 weeks. So I always thought this is going to be the long haul story, if that makes sense. So it's going to be the story that I take my time on. I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to really try and think of a really good
about how
story for
many
this.
stories are you going to
And
have total?
basically just work on it slowly over years. And that's what I did. I had other projects and other jobs and stuff to do, so I weren't working on it constantly or anything. I obviously have to pay the rent, so I had to take on lots of jobs, and in between those jobs I would peck away at this story, which is the Triskele Sisters.
See, dude, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm going to take a note from this guy. In fact,
just consider phoning it in.
when I
Correct.
launch a book, Jake, I'm not even going to be a fucking co-host on the show. I'm going to send you a bunch of pre-recorded shit, and you can just. In fact, I'm just going to do that from now on every show. Pre-recorded responses, and then every time you need some offensive shit or every time you need somebody to interrupt you, you can just hit play. And I'll be just like, "Hey, Jake, blah blah blah." I'll just say some stupid shit that means nothing, and
just
then
spice it up a bit.
You can interrupt yourself from now on.
Yeah. So this campaign has 23 days to go, 54 backers. He's already met his goal of $4,471 with 6,302 already over funding goal.
Wow, that's not bad.
So I looked into it and I clicked the numbers. He has 54 backers.
Hold on, 54 back. Where's my big clickety clack for fucking?
He has 54 backers, right? And I added up the campaigns and the backers of those, and that comes up to 51 backers. So there's 2 backers that aren't on this that donated around $1,700 for him to get over his goal, because he was only about 300 under before those 2 donations. So
54 backers at $100 each is $5,400. So I don't think everybody got $100 book.
No, not at all. But
so there's at least around $1,000. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Right. So with 54 backers, with 52 backers, he was just under his funding goal. But then 2 random donations came in that totaled about $1,700 and some change that threw him over that. So I'm wondering who made those big donations. My plan, if I ever actually make ARO, was to send Bancroft a script to read on air with just tons of over-the-top embarrassing levels of praise for me in the book.
Wait. Yeah.
So sad that he would feel the need to stop multiple times and remind the viewer that these were my words, not his. Oh, shit. But, yeah. I mean,
now hold on. You looked at the numbers from all the backing tiers?
Yes.
And so there's how much not in this?
So 52 backers actually look like they backed on the campaign, and then there looks like there were
it's got to be more than
donations that were just at the donation like you don't back anything, you just give donations. But between those 2, it looked like $1,700 and some change was actually donated. Because when I checked the backers out versus what they were backing, the numbers didn't really add up to where he should have hit the 63,000 yet. But because of those two donations, he got over fulfillment and is now sitting at this point. So I really want to ask questions of like, hey, did you get an auntie to back or something? What's something's afoot?
30s.
Or there's two invisible tiers that aren't there anymore that those people already got. But I just had that question, so I need to know.
37. I'm counting the backers right now. I don't like being a backer counter.
I do when it's low enough.
That's 40 right there. 46.
I would never say I'm autistic, but I do some weird shit.
47. 48, 49. I count 49 backers.
Interesting. Well, there's more.
All right, 49, 51, 52.
Yeah, see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Looking at me like I'm weird. Now
I'm just looking at it right here, but I'm like, okay, so I see a bunch that are under $100, and then I see a couple that are in that 170 something tier. You obviously got shipping. That might account for everything. If you count all the shipping up, because the shipping might be different for the bit more expensive stuff. We got 3 backers at 148.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. I didn't take account into shipping.
Let's see what the shipping is for $150.
Corey, this is the same manga as last time, yes, but this time we have the creator on with us, and
we have the creator,
yeah. We're going to ask him another question.
Yeah, shipping's $14. It's the same.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
Let's see. When can backers expect fulfillment? 1, 2. I believe it's this one. What? It doesn't stick with it? I can't scroll.
Hold on. What? Don't you have to go to that page?
Oh shit.
Filled.
Oh yeah. You want to start that over. Now, what was the question again?
So when will this
actually be fulfilled?
Okay.
Because it is 7 issues of story, 250 pages in this one tome. So
when can a backer expect to get this book?
So
Mr.
when will this product be fulfilled?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I'm hoping it should be by the end of next year. I'm hoping that's my plan. I've got a lot of it already done.
That's not bad.
I've got a lot of it planned out already. It's all sketch.
How much pages? Yeah, I'd give a little bit.
Yeah. That's a lot.
But there's still a lot of work to be done.
Right.
How much have you got done so far?
This Kickstarter is basically promises from both of us, from the backers and myself. So it's a promise from the backers.
He already did an issue 1 campaign that fulfilled and funded,
to read my story.
And he was getting ready to launch an issue 2, but for some reason
you got to hit pause
for them.
You got to hit pause.
It's inspiring for me too, seeing this.
So he fulfilled his first issue, Triskele Sisters, fulfilled, funded, and then he was getting ready to launch an issue 2. But for some reason, he launched this tome, which is going to collect issues 1 through 7. And I really wondered why he did that instead of going with issue 1, issue 2.
Yeah, 3. That's not. Yeah, you should. My opinion would say, do like you're saying, issues 1 through 7, one at a time, then put them all together in a collected work.
The heck?
He did dodge my question, right? I specifically asked him how far along he is. He didn't answer it.
Right. So who knows? Who really knows?
It makes it way easier to work on this project, knowing that there's financial support for it, knowing that people want to read the story. It makes all the difference for the next year. It's gonna really, really lift my spirits about everything.
So he's saying that he wants to get a lot of support because that might help him, inspire him to finish it.
Well, he already got 154 backers on his first issue, which is a good outing for your first issue, in my opinion. I made around 150 on my first issue with Cobalt, and I mean that was fine as a first-time creator. So with him already having them,
Sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
He needs to get out there and he needs to do the promo work. He needs to come out on the shows, make the time, make the effort to get out on these channels and actually promo his book and get to be known.
Or send send some more pre-recorded answers, at least.
See, Mo Biggs gets it.
He gets it, right? No, he's saying what I was saying.
Yes.
What I was saying, name. Yeah, but it's his pen name. That's not his real name, and neither Blake nor Canvas is his real name. So Mo is agreeing with me. He should have just made something that goes with his actual name.
No, because who wrote the Raven? Didn't he have like 4 pen names that he did? Didn't Huck Finn have like 4 different pen names when he was writing also?
Yeah, but bro, Huck Finn needed at least 4 pen names.
Just saying. It follows.
By the end of next year.
Okay.
And like I said, it's a collector's edition book. I mean, I haven't said it in this, but I've said it on the Kickstarter. It's a collector's edition, so it's signed, numbered, fingerprinted. It's specific artwork on the cover, a specific quality of paper used and stuff like that. It's mostly like high quality stuff. So what you're getting is a collector's item. The distribution.
This is something that. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'd say I kind of agree with that. But I mean, the idea that you're putting out like a really hardcore, like a collector's item, right? It's like the Cyberfrog warts and all. The problem is Cyberfrog was already a comic book, and then he collected it into the warts and all, like the hardcover and all that, which was an awesome, like that thing was freaking awesome. I got it around here somewhere, but that was like a hardcover and an extra the Frogapalooza book in like a little case, it was like a I don't know if it's actual leather, and it felt like some kind of leather bound case, right? Like solid shit. Like that was an awesome buy. That was a collector's item. Right. You can't sell a collector's item for something that hasn't come out yet. Right? Like, I mean, if you put issue 1 out, great, but nobody knows the book, the series, in order to want to collect it until it's come out. See, that's why you put the books out first, and then it's a hit, and then you're like, well, here's the collector's like tomb, right? Here's the big collected edition, collector's edition.
They are a lizard person too. Don't want to be on camera live because they ain't got no skin suit ready.
That's right. That's right.
Mark Twain was a pen name for Samuel Clemens, though. You were right about that. See?
Well, yeah. But come on, it's Mark Twain. It's Samuel Clemens. He needed like several pen names.
He should have gone with Blaine Canvas. So when you read it fast, it's Blaine Canvas.
Yeah.
Canvas. Yep. I don't know.
What's his name? Sean Donaldson. So what's a better name that actually... I get Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens. Those are nothing alike. But we're talking a modern age where Mark Twain... Oh, I'm wrong about that. Mark Twain was an actual thing. But that again goes to my point. His name should have just been Blank Canvas, right? Because you're marking... Mark Twain was like measuring the depth, right? Like, wasn't that like measuring speed or something?
So I asked him the question that you asked. I asked him, I was like, so you received 149 backers on issue 1, and I see issue 2 launch is coming soon. So what had you make the decision to launch a full volume with 6 issues altogether?
Well, that's a good question. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the 4th question. Let's go to 1, 2, 3, 4.
So yeah, I received 149 backers on issue 1 of the comic. So issue 2 is launching soon still. That's a separate Kickstarter.
I'm not going to need it, though, because I got the 2,
maybe
right?
like a couple of weeks, closer to Halloween. And what made me want to make that decision to launch a full volume with 6 issues altogether in advance is basically to cater to different collectors. I just kept
You want to
hearing
get
from
the
different people
collectors
saying,
market out of
like,
the
they don't
way
want to
so that
collect the
then you
comic. If it was
can
a book, they would.
get to all the backers, right? All the people that want to read it, they'll come later. You want to get those collectors, that speculators market, just that pesky speculators. You got to get them out of the way first.
But that sounds backwards, because you would want to build your audience as the issues grow, right? I mean,
yeah, because there are no collectors to a book that they know nothing about.
right?
You have
You
to
only
put
have
the
issue
books out,
one.
build an audience of fans, and then hope that they actually get your collector's book.
100%. So, because if you're already going to be launching issue 2 in October, which we're here, then if I get the collector's edition, which is coming out next year, is what you say, why would I need issues 2 through 7 at that point? I already
Those are
have
going
the
to
full
be,
book.
yeah, those are going to be the actual issues, though, Jake. It's actually kind of genius because then you get the big story out of the way. Let them read it, and now we're going to sell collector single issues.
That sounds so backwards.
Hey, it's a backwards world. It's a backwards world,
really
right?
Let's
see what else he says.
And the more I saw of it, the more I saw people's collections.
Mm-hmm.
I realized they really are like specific collectors for different things.
Right.
They really are. There's comic collectors. There's people who just collect mangas. They just collect manga. They hardly collect any hardbacks. It's just those.
That's
small,
what this book is.
Compact manga books. And
are there any random hardback collectors that they just back every random hardback they find?
Hardbacks.
No,
he just said there is.
And big books and everything.
I've got 2 hard,
and they don't really collect.
I've got volumes.
Hold on, you got to pause this.
I just wanted options.
You know what? I collect hardcover books. I like my particular favorites are like oversized gallery edition hardback books, right? Something that's going to be worth like opening and reading in a hardback, something classy. I don't go buy random I've got like Weapon X is my favorite book that I own. Is the big gallery edition they just put out. What was it, last year? Mm-hmm. That Weapon X book. That thing is amazing because that has been one of my favorite comics, if not my favorite comic series since I was a kid. Right. So when that came out as like a big gigantic fucking book, now I've got almost like original size pages, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm just absorbing it in. You know, it's amazing to get this hardback oversized edition. It's like the thing I always wanted. I didn't even realize I wanted until I got it and was like, I need every oversized hardback gallery edition books I can find for all the books that I read. But that doesn't mean I'm going to find all the random oversized. I just found out about the Wally Wood. His was it Shanthan Jetty, I think, was talking about it in a live stream recently.
Right.
I love Wally Wood's artwork, but I had no idea they had a collected oversized edition. And when I started looking it up, it's like over $100. So now I've got to save up because I really want that fucking book, dude.
See, I've got hardcover editions, but those are usually like compendiums or omnibuses, right? Like I have the volume 1 compendium of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original Image comics from, not Image, but the original Mirage comics from Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, hardcover compendium. I have the hardcover compendium for Ultimate Spider-Man way back in the early 2000s. I have the hardcover collection of volume 1 of IDW's TMNT run. But I have a softback compendium of Invincible. And so
I gotta ask Blake, Sean, I gotta ask him a question.
What's that?
And he's here in the chat, so he can answer it.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. Why would you do? I know you have your response here, but do you really think that there are people that would back the collected edition of the book solely because it's a hardback book? Or would you think it's better to put the books out and gain the readers and the fans and then put out the collected edition, which is what we're talking about? Because I'm saying that I bought all these like oversized books that I'm willing to pay $100 for a book that I'm like, wow, this is I've never actually read the Wally Wood stuff, but this artwork is amazing. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go buy this book for over $100. It's not because I collect oversized books. It's because I'm looking at the Wally Wood book, going, "This is freaking amazing." Now, when it comes to crowdfunding, that's a different story. This is a brand new IP. This is brand new everything. Nobody knows anything about it. The artwork is amazing, and that is the reason. One of the main reasons I would be backing a book like this. Why would you put out all of the issues in a collected edition first, is my question, instead of putting them out issue by issue? Because
for those of you with us, the Kickstarter campaign is pinned up in the chat at the top of the chat. And then what I just dropped right now is on Global Comics, where you can read the first issue for free digital. So you can do that. And we looked it over a little bit last week. But how many Fiverr gigs I have to do to buy that Wally Wood book? At least, I don't know, what's $5 times? That's like 20 books at least. 25. So Blake says, yes, I think people will pay for it, though this is experimental on my part, frankly. He says, the issues haven't been finished yet. This is more of a pre-order. Well, that's mostly like all campaigns.
Okay. That and my question would be, are we going to get this big book before all the single issues come out? So I'm buying this big book now, and then you're gonna have separate campaigns for all the issues, and then when those are all done, the book that I bought before all those campaigns, I'm going to eventually get that big book after all of that stuff, because that's going to be a lot longer than 1 year, in my estimation.
Blake says only the first few issues are near complete. The rest will be worked on next year to finish end of the year. No, you'll get it when the final issue 7 is done. So he's banking on the end of the year. Corey Barton and Mo Biggs are starting some shit up in here.
What do we got? I'm on. Whose side am I on? I don't even know. I'm going to say Mo.
Corey says, weren't you guys saying something about the font last week?
Yeah, we were talking about that. That's my next question.
Yeah, and then Mo Biggs says, yes, Corey, I've never seen them shit on something that hard that wasn't from their arch enemy dojo.
Hey, bro, did you watch the earlier episodes? I shit on fucking Pitter Patter pretty hard. Yeah, but then I ended up being one of my favorite books.
It wasn't that bad, guys.
Oh, dude, everybody who's watching, it was horrible. I shit on it so bad that I shit my pants. You got to go back and watch that episode to see, though. Yeah. And then hit like and subscribe and leave a comment.
Yeah, if you want to see us get into it before we do here, last episode lets you know some idea. Like the art's great.
Okay, hold on. No, we got to. Okay, right there.
Yes.
All right, man. What's with the font? Because we did talk about it. This font, is not good. When you have cool font, like from Monsters talking, there's like Monsters talking. You have like a unique font going on, and it works. But then you have like this font, and it's different sizes, and the font itself, but it's the typed font thing. So what's up with that?
Like this shwoo.
Like the shwoo.
These look badass.
The shwoo. I don't know.
The Times Newman, you need to use the Comic Sans bare minimum.
Yeah.
But where is it?
These look bland and kind of from like a reader's perspective, right? I'm an artist and everything. I love the art, but man, like we talked about a comic book that had font similar to this, and it kills. It almost makes you not want to read it at all because the artwork is cool. I'll just look at the pictures.
Before we get in it too much, let him know how his art is first.
I've already told him, like, the artwork is freaking awesome. And that's the reason I'll back it. The problem isn't the art at all. It's the fact that, like, I'll buy this book because the artwork looks badass. And then I probably won't read any of the panels, is what I'm saying. I'll probably read it because I actually want to know what the story is. But your average reader, I don't think, they'll look at that and kind of, I would imagine, just not read it. Just look at all the artwork.
I miss those. I've only seen you deep throating pitter patter and cupping balls.
Yeah. Well, then go back a couple more episodes and like and subscribe. I mean, subscribe already, dude. You've been in here long enough.
Yeah. He says, so it's literally just which version of book you prefer to read. So if y'all like comics, then you should probably just order the comics every 2 to 3 months.
That's fair.
I think a great font. Perfect. Shut up, Corey. Noted. I'll take all the crits. Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean,
this means that this creator actually has a spine and can take some criticism.
And and then send us a recording of it so that we can play it.
I told you this would be a great one just because of how odd it was to get this going.
Yeah, like this. And by the way, I don't know if you're familiar with me or not. This artwork is exactly what I'm telling Von Coleman he needs to be doing with his books, right? I need babies popping out of vaginas while heads are exploding, right? I want his character that rides lightning bolts to, like, I don't know, fucking ride a lightning bolt through somebody's chest.
Oh yeah, I want.
Doesn't he like run on lightning? But his character like runs on lightning bolts, right?
Not yet. But yeah, the giving birth while in the middle of a battle, that is raunchy as fuck, dude. I love it.
This is exactly like that's why Jake's like, I don't know why this shit pops up in my feed. This is the shit that pops up in my feed. Where the hell have you been in my feed?
No, like as soon as I saw this page where she's giving birth while in the middle of a battle, I immediately thought Saga, because the first few pages is a mother giving birth to her baby, which totally caught me off guard and actually like intrigues you to continue reading the story because you want to see how much more bizarre it gets. I really like how you grab us with these first few pages. But that's
okay. So read his comments.
Very gothic and dark.
I don't know. Mangas do that. They have like the font in there, but it's a little different. I don't know. I feel like their fonts are bigger, or I don't know, different font. It doesn't look like a computer font. It almost.
I will make this amazing comic series, so I need to know the critiques. I wanted to get across how strong she is. The birth was needed.
All right, on that comment right there,
needed is strong, but
okay. I like that she's strong, and it's cool to have a strong female character, right? We talk about that endlessly. But if you're going to have a strong female character, that's how you show it. Giving birth in battle is how you do it. Don't make her all like, I'm just a girl boss. Yeah, don't make it Captain Marvel. Make her fucking pop out a baby. You know what I mean? We're just chopping heads off and shit.
Like your sound effect fonts are excellent. They really fit the story. But yeah, we already talked about the fonts, so we can continue.
All right, now hold on. I got another question.
Okay.
Okay, I get the manga thing. I would say we talked about this a bit too. The whole manga thing, that's cool. This doesn't strike me as a manga whenever I'm looking at it. And so there's that instructions at the beginning on how to read it like a comic book. That's almost, to me, that'd be like almost like an oxymoron, because a manga has the instructions for dumb Americans to read it because we're from mangas from Japan, so we read things backwards. But if you're doing a manga that doesn't really look like a manga, and it's not in the format of a manga, it's in the format of a comic, and it looks like a comic, here's the instructions. It's like rewriting these kids who have been programmed to read shit backwards. But reprogram it, like, I don't know. Does it necessary to have? That's like it doesn't matter whether you have it or not. But
what's going on, Dean? Welcome on.
There's something to comment on. I was like, that's interesting. A comic book that explains how to read a comic book normally, because they had to put how to read mangas the not normal way so that kids can understand what they're reading. I don't know.
Well, this isn't really for kids. I don't think you got to worry about that part.
What do you mean? It's
I
not
get
for
you.
kids?
Blake says, I get you. I was kind of aiming for people that have never read a comic before. I want to try and get new comic readers.
I don't know if you're ever going to get a backer who's never read a comic book before.
Yeah, this is one for
fair.
people that have actually read comics. But I did ask him. I was like, "Your book is being marketed as a manga. Do you have some favorite mangas?" What question is that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
5.
Like people who've
1,
never
2,
read a
3.
comic book before are not looking for comics unless they're in 3rd grade, and they're not looking for this comic in 3rd grade.
And yeah, I chose to market it as a manga. It's a hard decision to make because obviously manga is just the meaning of comic, but from the Japanese. So technically, it's not a manga.
Let us know if it's weird hearing yourself.
Comic. I never made this story in Japan, so it technically shouldn't be called a manga. But at the same time, if I took a page out of my book and I showed you the characters in it, and I asked someone who never even heard of this book and knew anything about it, knew who I was, knew where I lived, if I was in Japan or England, and I asked them, what is this? Is this a comic from, say, America, or is this a Japanese comic? And I would lean more towards Japanese. They would think it's more like a manga.
Hold on a minute. I got to re-wrap my brain around this.
It's more about using just keywords. So it's marketed
as So if you were to ask yourself, if you looked at this book, what would you think about it without thinking this is a manga or anything, but not knowing anything about you, from your own perspective about yourself, what would you think this is? It's a manga? You should ask somebody, what do y'all think about this? And find out what somebody else thinks. Is this a manga or a comic book?
Outside of the facial features, which is very
that's manga.
Upside down egg, cat-like. I do not see manga inside this art. I do see it in the faces, but even then, it can kind of change up with the right angle.
Like I don't know if you're gonna get more. Right here. I don't think you're gonna get more backers marketing to manga people. I think you'll get more backers marketing to comic book people, especially considering it is a comic book. Manga is just a Japanese comic book, right? But this is not a Japanese comic book because it's a normal, reading comic book.
Yeah.
You should market the comic book readers.
Here's a good question. Blake, your American manga, do you read it right to left or do you read it left to right? That'll separate it from being called a manga or not.
That's true. Then unless, I don't know, I would say you're right. If back to front is a manga. But I don't think that's what defines a manga, though. That's
like that little baby right there. That's got to be some kind of like demonic alien. There's something going on there. I haven't read the first yet, but I will be, and we will be reviewing it down the line.
Right here. Nothing kills it. Dicer.
Yeah. This font.
Give it the pain. Awesome. Like that's a cool font, man. It's creepy, it's eerie, and it fits that weird teeth mouth monster thing.
Corey says it's way more manga stylized than American style. I think you're pushing.
What is American style?
I think you're pushing.
Because I was reading Bolt Action, and it's more similar to Bolt Action than any manga I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is way more similar to Bolt Action. Actual indie comics like
Blood Realm,
gritty, rough art. Yeah, this is definitely Bolt Action, which you can get on Fun My Comic.
Yeah, and we got like Blood Realm just in the local sphere here.
Yeah.
So like I'm not seeing manga at all. I'm seeing like what does this even remind me of? I like got Bolt Action. I said Blood Realm. There are several more books. Let me look down here, and I could probably find that Legends of Log. It's got kind of like that, but mainly because of the black and white and how it all works together. It's kind of got those vibes too. I like Legends of Log. That was a good one.
That's not American style though, Corey. That is just what the mainstream media is. When it comes to indie style, when you look at the old Mirage comics of TMNT or other like that. Even Walking Dead, it's very rough art. It's not pretty pictures from Jim Lee. It's got rough lines. It's got like wobbly buildings and stuff like that. This is indie comic.
When you think of manga or Japanese art, it's almost all 100% very like unified. There's obviously different size eyeballs and different shapes of egg heads, but it's all the same, like big eyes. Or well, they're not all big eyes, because look at DBZ versus new DBZ.
Peter, these boys aren't artists, Corey. They don't know what they're talking about. You go ahead, Peter.
I guess I don't know what I'm talking about, because when I think of manga, I know that like how thick the hair chunks are differ in manga, but you don't see like they don't have a Sam Keith in manga versus a fucking Ditko. You don't have to make me big, Jake. There are hundreds of styles of art when it comes to American art. When it comes to like Japanese manga, there's like one style, right? And it differs, it varies in shapes and sizes and shit, but it's manga. That's why they have books called manga. They don't have books called American comic art style, right? Like there's rendering styles and techniques, but they don't have a Frank Frazetta over there. Oh, okay, maybe they did. That's not true. They had that guy that did those live streams.
And Dean, I'll have you know that Peter is a very respected artist over on Fiverr. You can go check him out.
Go to Fiverr and then ask about Peter Orchard Studios. Ask fucking Mo Biggs. I'm not even on Fiverr anymore. I'm on Sixer now. I got a whole new dollar.
Oh, shit.
I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh, my God.
You tell that to the $6 in my pocket, bruh.
Oh, yeah, Mo. Show Dean the rest of the book, the baby pan. Okay, we'll go back to the baby
pan. Yeah.
That's the most shocking one, apparently. So here you go. Dean, this is what's going to capture you in the beginning.
Hold on. Look at DBZ versus Berserk. Which Berserk? The Berserk from the number 1 where the artwork completely sucked and the guy couldn't draw for shit? Or Berserk book 14 when he finally started adding backgrounds to his shitty artwork and was like giving it a bunch of scratchy line art details. The artwork in Berserk is not some amazing fucking pinnacle of artistic ability like I keep hearing about. Berserk is dog shit. All right. The story is like barely acceptable in my opinion, but the artwork is not something to brag about. Go to Bernie Wrights and go look at Wally Wood. Go look at some real fucking artists.
Yeah.
All right, that's not DBZ. DBZ and Berserk, look at the head shapes. They're the fucking exact same head shapes. The body styles, the oversized fucking weapons, and the crazy, like, that's all fucking manga bullshit. Don't come at me with this DBZ fucking Berserk shit. That's bullshit, man. That's weeb talk right there. Where's the real artists over there?
Oh, my God.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. What live stream are you in, Comics Mate? I'm gonna go start harassing your fucking chat.
He's got his own channel, Comics Mate.
I know. I'm gonna go start harassing your channel, dude.
I'm gonna.
It's the exact same. It's the same as Akira. It's all the same shit. This art ain't shit compared to Berserk. My art ain't shit compared to Berserk. Oh, fuck that. Go to my fucking Instagram page right now and go follow me, and you'll see. Go to my YouTube channel. Go hit fucking like and subscribe, and you'll see the fucking artwork. That you'll see the difference. My fucking artwork kicks the shit out of Berserk.
Good luck trolling Dean Show. He has the perfect defense. He never streams. I'm about to punch the screen. What the fuck?
Well, punch it on that like button and the share and subscribe.
Yeah, do that. Appreciate that.
Before you smash your phone on the ground, hit that button.
Let's check out some other pages. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is his Kickstarter campaign. It is on Kickstarter. He's putting all his issues into a collected compendium, is what I'm going to call it, or volume 1. Has a tome, 250 pages, hardcover, softcover. Yeah. Great prices for what he's actually throwing out there too.
Hold on a minute, Corey. You had respect for me at all? I lost it. I'll get it back, Corey. I'll earn it back.
Whatever. Tits out everywhere, man. Love it. See? Just
Dude, I love that word bubble, by the way. I love that little tail, all the little smoke.
yeah.
That shit's cool.
But since the rest of it isn't out yet, he can easily change the Times Newman font to whatever. Let's see. The issue 2 comic Kickstarter comes in a couple weeks if you just want comic versions of this.
Actually, I'd kind of want both.
She'll cover up next issue. Yeah, okay. I believe you. 2
Hold
issues.
on. Okay, go ahead.
I think the real Peter is long gone. This is just a lizard in a skin suit spreading lies. We're in the conspiracy realm at this point with Corey. He's been watching a lot of Y-Files.
No, it's still on.
The eyes are getting more manga-ish. I like the chick is developing hyperthyroid.
Well, we talked about some books. Dude, this is right here. That's not manga. Like,
No.
That's not manga at all.
This ain't manga.
The baby eyes, maybe.
The eyes, maybe, but that's definitely a demon's baby. I don't give a shit what anybody says. This would be good if I could, like, dwindle this down a little bit. Nope, that didn't do anything. But the way I love that blood splat. That's wicked.
Well, I like that her head's coming off and and there's all that blood.
Well, that's what I'm
splat.
saying. The splatter from what's happening.
And look at the tits. They're like fucking,
Yeah.
They're like going everywhere.
Yeah,
There's a
look
lot
how
of
big
action,
these are,
energy in those
Those
tits.
tits are hard. She is turned on by this. She got choked the way she wanted.
She's like, I like this.
Yeah. All that baby needs is a Harry Potter wig to be a standard manga protagonist. See, I really like the black, white, and red. See, we're getting people interested.
Yeah, man. I like that too, actually. It's one thing to do the black and white, but that little touch of red is nice. I didn't even notice it until Comics Mate said that, because I was just in my brain, I'm thinking, oh, this is a black and white book. But then, yeah, you got these splashes of red in there.
Okay, I got some other
Very
questions. I'll
impactful.
throw them out there, and you can pick which one we listen to next. I asked him, is this the only series you plan on creating, or do you have other ideas on the back burner? I asked, how's that shipping outside in the UK doing for you? Because it's killing us. Are you the artist and writer? Do you have an editor on hand that assists you? Why this story?
Well, we know about the second thing you said there, the shipping.
Yes.
We looked at the shipping.
Uh-huh.
The first thing, if he's got other stories, I would say that I'm more interested in this particular one. That
Yeah.
last question you had for him, for me, in my opinion, I think that was the most interesting thing I'd like to know.
Why this story?
Why this story?
Let's see. That is the very last question I asked. So hang on. Oh, here we go. Let me get it up here.
Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention quite an interesting thing.
Nope,
to talk
not that
about.
one.
A lot of the characters in my story, not all of that.
So,
I
yeah.
would say thank you for having me on the show. Well,
No.
kind of. I mean,
Where's that last question?
so yeah, I would say. I chose
Hold
to
the
base
fuck up.
story
Hold on. Hit
the
pause.
Morrigan.
Have you read Berserk? Because I think your opinion's based off the anime. No, that last comment. I never read Berserk. Of course I fucking read Berserk. That's how I know what the fuck I'm talking about. The first book, hey, let's spoiler alert, the little boy gets raped. All right? Fucking book 2, it starts off, little boy after he just got fucking raped. All right? The big fucking battle. The very end, like book 14, he's got a big ass sword, he's fighting demons. The artwork hasn't gotten that much better. You go to the anime, though, the anime has pretty good artwork. But that's what everybody is fucking basing their opinions on, is this anime that everybody loves, which isn't that great either. It's just like, okay. But it's not like some ground. It's like, I guess it's groundbreaking for weebs, but it's not like some amazing story that's gonna fucking make me cry or change my opinion on anything or make me think differently about anything. But at least in the anime, they got a decent artist in there. The fucking books, like, no bueno. Sorry, they are not worth it. Go find a legal Russian copy of it on the internet somewhere, and you'll be happy that you saved yourself fucking $1,000. It's okay to like Berserk. Yeah. It's just not okay to fucking use that as an example, as some fucking pinnacle, and to compare it to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z is much better up until Cell. Everything after Cell is not good.
Dragon Ball Z's better. Naruto's better. Attack on Titan, yeah. But Seven Deadly Sins.
Attack on Titan had some interesting.
You should
points.
Definitely check out Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah. Even Death Note, which isn't that great, was more interesting than Berserk.
Death Note was ruined just because of the live action show.
Well, that's true.
We don't need your permission, Lizard Peter.
Mermaid Forest is an interesting one, and that's kind of a girly book, but that at least has like mermaids, and if you eat them, you're either going to die, live forever, or fucking get turned into like a monster and live forever. I don't know. It's kind of, and then it has to do with war and shit.
Does Fizz even come around these parts anymore?
God, I haven't heard that name in a bit.
Yeah, there's reason for that. Anyway, why this story?
Yeah. Sorry,
that's the Celtic.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Character,
Blake.
You're fine.
I chose her because
I was talking to Blake.
I chose her.
I'm kind of a personal believer in fate. And I was always drawn to this goddess. She's a real goddess. An ancient Irish goddess.
Oh, the Morrigan.
And I was always drawn to her because of how powerful she is. How powerful she seems. And I always thought, who out of all the goddesses would give Kratos, our god of war, a run for his money, you know? Who could be the equivalent? And it always came back to me as the Morrigan. Yeah. She's powerful, and she's just someone you don't want to mess with. And the more I read about her, the more I realized, well, she's going to be a really cool main character in this story. And then the more I read about it, the more I've realized, it's not quite as simple as just one character. She's actually seen as 3 characters, sometimes more than that. So it gave me a bit of push to create her in my own way, because there's so many different versions, and you know, there's all these kind of like conflicting reports of her throughout history. So it's kind of like I can mold it a little bit towards my story, and specifically my story takes place in the future. So you know, as time goes on, characters and
monsters in the future,
you know, they change, right? They change from different people's talking about them. So it gave me the option to create her the way I wanted, to call her names that I wanted to call her, and so it's easier for the reader to call her. So, for instance, the crow version of her. There's 3 versions of her. There's Mecha, Nemain, and Bivy. But in the ancient texts, it's more like Macha. And I didn't want it to be hard for the readers to understand how to say her name and stuff like that. So I just called her Mecha. Just keep it simple, so it's easy for readers to understand. And Bivy, her crow sister, she was called, it was spelled Badb, so Badby. But that's kind of strange to say for people, you know, in this new age. So I wanted it to be said how it's actually pronounced. So Badby, Badb, was actually meant to be said as Bivy. So I just wanted to spell these out like they actually sound, just so it's easier for the readers and stuff like that. And then, yeah, so basically, I chose to have this story set in the far future, past this massive event called the Grinding, which saw the tectonic plates of Earth basically rise up in extreme conditions. I'm talking like basically this one plate of crust of the Earth rose up into the clouds, and then basically consumed the Earth, like actually rolled over the whole of the Earth, just scraped it, basically destroyed it, most of the cities and everything. So technically they are underground now. And yeah, there's massive earthquakes and everything, and it was a cataclysmic event, basically.
You're gonna have
it's in the
like
far
a
future,
Ragnarok.
Mecca by the
I guess.
Pain have awoken again.
It started out with a war and they're
many
giving birth. I
years,
mean, some
and
shit's
they're here
going
to try and figure out what's going on, because there's new events going.
Well, it's
new
in the
events
future
happening.
too, right?
Right.
There's going to
But
be
if you
new
know about like
earthquakes, so there's people fearing.
Celtic mythology and like Nordic mythology, the basically the beginning. Well, so once the war Ragnarok ends, basically the winners are going to be the ones that inherit the earth and start the next. It's not the end of time, right? It's like basically the beginning of the new, which suggests, based off of the way the stories start, that the characters like Odin and all of them are basically the winners of the last feud. I guess you could argue. Maybe not Odin. Odin comes. They all come from what, like Yggdrasil and shit. But it's like basically whoever wins. It's just a cycle, right? Like whoever wins Ragnarok is going to end up starting their own religions and inheriting the fucking world.
Yeah. I didn't expect you to stop right then. I thought you had more to say.
No. I was like reading the chat because he's still in here. Is this like tied to that at all? The event, the birth, it's all connected in some way.
Yeah, they're all caught in the current events of casualty. Yeah. That's all I'll say. That's cool.
That's cool.
But like I said, this is at the top. This is pinned at the top of the chat. Triskele Sisters over on Kickstarter. It's actually a good looking book. You can see I love this piece. This should be a poster.
This is my favorite piece out of all of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this piece right here is my favorite piece that I've seen so far.
Okay. But let's see. So he's got 50. He's got 54 backers at this point. He's already made his goal. 6,300 is where he's at now. 23 days to go. Actually.
Oh, he's saying that's gonna be a poster. I'm gonna have to get that poster.
It is a good poster. I'll put that up on my wall. But let's see. 250 pages of story. The digital is right where it needs to be at $21. That is good. That means you know the what did I say earlier? You know the value of your book even when it's in digital form. I hate it when people make their digital form like $8 and then their books like $20, $25. I hate that. You're devaluing your book because print is
I don't hate that.
I do, because print is a fraction of the actual art that you pay for. Ask anybody.
Yeah, but I mean, that you hate it because they're making it harder for you to sell a digital book for more because they're selling it for so cheap. They're like devaluing the concept of a digital book.
No. I did the same thing with Cobalt issue 1 and 2. I made it way cheaper on my digitals than I did my book. And I've come to realize it like maybe 6 months ago, I started putting it together. I was like, no, your book's value should be that of what it almost is when you pay for the actual physical book. Because it's not going to be any different if you go to fucking buy a digital version on Kindle versus what you would pay for.
I mean, you're right about that. My wife, she was telling me, I actually asked her about digital books because she reads books all the time. And I thought she was just get a subscription. Now she actually buys digital books at like full price. I'm like, why the hell don't you just go get the actual book? We live right down the street from a bookstore from like a Barnes and Noble. And she's like, because I don't want to like, we don't have the space for all that shit. I don't actually care about having the book. I just want to read it. And I was like, huh, I never thought about that. Like I have all my books because I've got like the fancy edition of like The Hobbit and stuff, and I like reading the book and reading all anyways, I like having the book.
Yeah.
But I guess if you want to just read the story and you don't really want it filling up shelf space because that's not important to you, then yeah, you should actually be charging, and people will pay for it if they want to read it. They will pay for that digital version. Not me. Cool. I'm going to pirate the shit out of everything I can. But I actually will buy a digital. I have bought digital books before.
But the softback book is $30. That is 222 pages of story with some extras in the back. So it's $30 for the book. It's $17 for shipping. So that's $47 altogether. This is coming from the UK now.
I got a question. He's still here.
Okay.
If you back a normal tier with like a book, a physical tier, does the digital come with it? Because I actually think that's important, especially if you're charging almost full price for a digital tier, to give it that, like if you back the physical tier, yeah, just get the physical tier. It's a couple bucks more and you get both, right? Is that a thing? Or I don't know. I'm looking here and I'm not seeing digital tier as part of the physical tier. But there's so many scrolls I can't tell. What's included.
You're okay. You should include digitals with your physical tiers too, just so they have both. Because when people read it, some will actually review it, and reviewing a digital copy of it on stream like this is way easier to cover than it is for me to grab a book and try and readjust my camera so everybody can see what the fuck I'm talking about.
Hardback, everybody gets it. Bare bones, everybody gets digital.
Bare bones is the hardback. It's $43.
But it comes with digital as well.
Yeah.
And, it looks like softback, same thing. Digital's coming with it.
Yeah. The hardbacks are like the full 250 pages because it has 28 extra pages of making of. So extra content in the back of the book.
Yeah.
$43. Right, and then the special hardback, which is going to have like a premium quality and foil emblem art on the cover, as you can see right here. That's going to be $68, $17 shipping. 250 pages of story. Do with that what you will. But I think it's pretty damn good. I think I'd probably go not the softback. I like the hardback.
I'm reading this here. I'm reading this comment because that leads me to the next question. If the comic books are coming, say I back this book right now, I'm getting it whenever all the comic books come out. Am I going to get those digital tiers for each book as they get released in comic book versions, right? And because he just said that, okay, everybody who backs the book's getting the digital version as well. But does that mean I'm waiting until the end when I get the book? Or as if you're going to do campaigns for each issue after this, am I going to get those digital tiers as they come out for each book?
Digital will be sent out to everyone who orders, and each issue will be sent out to Kickstarters first before anyone else or upload to Global Comics. That's fair.
I mean, that should be the case.
Monsters book. He would send out digital versions of the chapters as they were finished, and then the physical copy when the whole thing was done. Do you like it that way, though? Is that the right way Adam Lawson doing it? Or do you prefer digital and physical getting them at the same time?
I like getting the digital first. Like
when I did Global, I feel like I was giving a middle finger to the physical backers personally.
But putting out the digital first?
Yeah.
I mean, when the book is ready and like it's going for proofs and shit, I mean, that's a fair time to put out that digital tier.
Okay, he did like it, so I guess that'll be the road to go then next time. I mean, I backed the physical and he sent the digital to everyone. That's fair. I put digital on all my physical tiers too. But yeah, it's great art. I love that eyeball.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, I just drew an eyeball. Oh, that is too far away. I'll post it on X.
Okay.
Some kid was like, "Can you draw like an eyeball?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." So I like did like a bunch of pupils. Kind of looks like that alien monster in that Aliens show, that new show, Alien Earth. Kind of looks like that little alien on eyeball thing. but without the tentacles. I tried to make it realistic. I was trying to show like these kids like in the class. I was like, oh yeah, look at that. I can make it really hyper realistic, better than Berserk. And the kids are like, not better than Berserk. And I said, oh yeah, better, way better than Berserk. And I had lighting and I had shading and multiple pupils. Weird. It was cool. Way better than Berserk. I'll post it.
Yeah. All right. We're at the 1 hour and 30 minute mark. Let's take a little bit of a break and then we'll get back into it again. But I wanted to share this. I love this channel, dude. It's called Terminal Montage. It's on YouTube. I've played a couple of these in the past, but this is
Hold on. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't hate Berserk. That's the thing. I don't hate it. I hate that everybody puts it on such a pedestal because there are a shitload of fucking better. It's just like when everybody put Cowboy Bebop on fucking pedestal. Yes, it's fine.
Whoa,
it is not.
Whoa. You better just calm down and know your fucking role.
When they made that live action Cowboy Bebop, all of a sudden everyone was a fucking super fan. That's what I'm saying, right? Berserk gets a fucking Netflix show, and now everyone's a super fan of Berserk, and that's the best thing that ever fucking existed. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
Oh, okay.
And so it's not that I hate it. I like it. It's fine. It is not the fucking pinnacle. There are way more fucking anime and mangas and shit out there that beat the shit out of Berserk. I don't care how many tombs it has of subpar artwork.
That's fair. But yeah, don't be shitting on my Cowboy Bebop now. You can shit on the live action version, but don't you?
I actually like both versions. I like the cartoon better, but the live action, I didn't hate it.
You just think it's overrated.
I think it's overrated. And I've gotten arguments with a friend of mine who used to fucking swear up and down by Berserk, which is why I went and read it. And then I read it and was like, "You call this good art?" He's like, "I'm manga. Did you watch the anime?" And I was like, "So you're basing your entire fucking argument telling me this manga is so amazing, and then you're not even basing it off the fucking manga. You're basing your opinion off the anime."
Yeah, fuck
and I'm
that.
like, did you know this is what the artwork looked like? And have you ever read the fucking manga? Well, no, I haven't read the manga, but I know the story. I watched the anime. And I'm like, then you don't know shit because they're not the same.
No, you have One Piece is a great example. Great story, great book and everything, but they extend it so fucking much in every half hour. And then after the writer has to take a break from it or whatever, because holidays and shit like that, so many filler fucking episodes between each series, it drives me up the fucking wall. It's not part of the real story. So when you reference that, you're like, oh yeah, I like Cowboy Bebop, I've read the manga, and then suddenly I hear you talking about filler episodes, I want to deck you right in your dick.
And I do agree, it has its moments. Iconic page spreads, moments. It does have those. Yeah. But it's not something that's like a groundbreaking, you know what I mean? Like it's not some fucking amazing shit. It's like, it's pretty good. That's what I'll say. It's pretty good.
Terminal Montage.
Yeah, yo.
Legend of Zelda, the Fire Temple. Everybody's been through this. So it's going to be hilarious.
A nice egg in this trying time?
Thanks. My name is Pepto-Bismol, and I need your help. Ganondorf took all the dragons to feed to the Gorons. Ganondorf took all the Gorons to the Fire Temple to feed the dragon. You must stop him before it's too late. Here's a Goron tunic, and there's a fitting room right over there. I like it. The Fire Temple is right here. It's a secret. Be careful.
The passion of friendship will soon blossom.
God damn, no.
Enough is enough! I have had it with this snake!
Yeah, man. Terminal Montage. They do a lot of parodies of different video games from the 90s and 80s, but their Legend of Zelda and their Kirby ones are fucking hilarious. But Peter had to go check on his dog real quick, which is fine. But let me bring it back up again. Let's see. So, yeah. Share again. Let's check out the video for this one.
Whew, sorry about that.
You're good. You're good. You had stuff you had to take care of.
This guy was losing it.
Thought we'd look over the video of Triskele Sisters one more time.
Oh, yeah.
If I could get my mouse to fucking work. There we go.
Here we go. Boy. There we go.
Boop. He made this animation for his video. It took him about 2 weeks. I understand that one all too much.
Cool. That's pretty good. No,
the only thing that I'll say about this one is that the video doesn't really. Okay, so that was it. The video doesn't really explain anything of the story that you're presenting. You're just presenting pages that you already do on your actual campaign page. So put in like little text in there that say, world.
Oh, yeah.
Beyond.
Like, yeah, our badass woman giving birth.
Yeah,
killing monsters.
You make it beyond this point, or stuff like that. Make it like a movie trailer. Go check out some of the old '90s movies trailers that did those like big text bubbles that like blow up from the back or drop in, stuff like that. So, other than that, not too bad.
Yeah,
I was actually might too. I just ran out of time, dude. I fucking understand that all too much. I make videos with animation on my channel. And it just takes so fucking much to do it.
Yeah, it's cool that you got it, and it's a good enough. It's like a good video to get some of the artwork out there. But yeah, I agree. It does need something to kind of like advertise the story a little bit better. But yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, the Triskele Sisters is on Kickstarter. It has 23 days to go. He's already fully funded. He already funded and fulfilled issue 1, so you know he's going to try and deliver this. He's not a little bitch like Rob Hunter and just leaves if he doesn't get what he wants. So yeah, Triskele Sisters.
You know, we say that because when we mentioned the font thing to him, you know what he did? He fucking canceled the whole campaign.
He crashed out on me.
Yeah, he fucking sent Jake a shitload of messages saying, "I can't believe you said that on Twitter or something. You should have messaged that to me." Like privately, and you know, here's another thing. And I'm like, well, are you kidding me? And you know what? Nobody's getting their comic book. Nobody's gonna get it because I'm not gonna redo my font. I can't afford a font. People, you only pay me $50,000. How am I supposed to live for 5 years off of that?
That's exactly how that went.
How am I supposed to live off of that?
I'm actually looking for that right now because I should still have the fucking I should still have the messages. Where the fuck are they? Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Rob. No, not Hunter. No, if they deliver messages, then you should be able to find them, right? Even if they delete their account.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Death. Son of a bitch. Oh well, I covered it in one of my past video. Oh yeah, I did. It was
Oh, did
yeah,
we do a whole? We did a whole video on it because we did a whole. We asked him some question. We asked him like a simple question one day, and the next like hour he fucking posted how no one's like the book's over and he can't live and nobody understands. And so then we did a whole like stream on it, bro.
Oh, we did. Let me find that. Let me find that live real quick.
Chill.
Yeah, this one right here. If you go to our lives, go to Ghost Raider Dragon Rage Quits, Black Flags to Watch For.
Yeah.
We cover Rob Hunter's Crash Out pretty thoroughly because, surprisingly enough, he came right at me at my DMs, which nobody's actually ever done that, but he decided to, and I was like, well, time to make content out of that.
Yeah, right.
But Blake, thanks for coming on in the chat, and thank you for those
man.
voice audios, dude. That was hilarious. But thanks for showing it off. I actually do really enjoy the look of Triskele Sisters. I'll be ready to back it as soon as I get some extra money in my pocket. But
Peter, next paycheck, I'm looking to get in this one.
Yeah, Peter, thanks for co-hosting. I see you got your puppy there.
Man. Yeah, he was flipping out back there, so I had to just bring him in.
Oh
here.
Yeah, by the way, Mo Big said it. You're a good sport, Triskele. Fuck yeah, he took it like a champ.
That's true, but I hate saying that because it is shitty when you have somebody on when they show up and you give them shit for the whole stream, and then you tell them at the end, "Well, you took it on the chin. Good job there, sport." Like that's a dick move. And that's not what we did here. We're like, you're not gonna show up. You're gonna send us fucking voice recordings. Oh fuck, we're gonna talk about that. That's a little different.
I didn't gatekeep you, Mo. I was reading it as we were going along. I never gatekeep you. Why would I do that? The one dude that shows up, you think I'm going to gatekeep? Nah. One Piece looks like it wasn't designed as an enhanced interrogation technique.
Sure.
This was my favorite one. One Piece looks like the artist shoved a crown up his ass, put on a blindfold, and squatted over a piece of paper.
No, I actually have not read or watched One Piece. I actually don't know anything about that one.
I'll tell you what, getting through that first season, that is a chore.
I try to do. Oh no, yeah. One Piece. I was thinking of One Punch Man. Yeah, I did watch One Piece, the anime. That fucking anime was like that high pitched squealing shit, and that cartoon style was not an easy. I keep hearing once you get to season 52 or 53, that's when it starts to get good, and I'm like, okay, so I'm done with this show then, because I ain't watching that much shit. How many hundreds of episodes do I have to watch to get to the good shit?
It's over 1,000 episodes at this point.
They say the same thing about Supernatural. I'm like, all right, well, after what season? After season. What am I supposed to watch to suffer through to get to the good shit? There's like 10 plus seasons of that. There's a shitload of seasons of this show.
Supernatural, that's CW shit. If you like Supernatural, you can definitely get through Smallville. Once you're good and brainwashed, the show starts getting good.
Yeah, right. Like I suffered through Walking Dead season 2 because season 1 was good. Yeah, that's one. It's like if you can't do a show good from the beginning, how long am I supposed to go?
That's what happened with season 2 of Walking Dead, though. They lost the funding right after season 1. Like the the company that was producing it took away the funding, so they had to stay on the farm for that whole season, which is why it didn't progress, and people were like getting itchy to see what the fuck else would go on. And then it picked up on season 3 when they left.
Yeah. And season 2, it had its moments, but yeah, there was all the drama with the best friend, right?
Yeah,
out on the farm,
But
and that was
that
like
can only
okay,
last so
but
long.
yeah,
If
I
you
want to
wanna
know
put a
about
bullet in the dude's
zombies.
head, put a bullet in the dude's head and let's move on with the story.
But what would you? I don't know, man. Because then it also got fucking crazy at the point where there's like a dude, the king with the lion, and then you had the autistic garbage people, and
Yeah.
the fucking the shore women.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm kind of done with this weird shit.
because I didn't know Walking Dead was a comic book until they showed that black dude with the dreads with the lions, and I was like, oh, this is based off a comic book.
That chick with the swords didn't give it away.
No. No,
I actually remember hearing it when around season 2 and 3, whenever, because I actually watched it like when it first came out. I thought, wow, this is a cool zombie. Like, what if? That's how I understood the advertising to be like, what would it really be like? And so I watched season 1 and was like, this is really cool. But it actually had like a story, similar to like Vikings when Vikings came out. This is what it was really like with Vikings, and then we got a whole series out of it. But yeah, man. And then I learned it was based off a comic book.
When Rick told that little girl to stay in the bushes because the zombies were coming and he had to go get something, and give seconds after he leaves, she gets bored and walks out. Yeah. I'm so supposed to feel bad when the zombies get her. That is the right reaction. Triskele says Vikings was peak. All right. Guys, thanks for being here. Peter, thanks for being the co-host. Everybody get the fuck out of here. Move on with your lives. Go
if you have
constructive.
If you have respect for me at all, get rid of that shit now. You're going to lose it eventually.
All right. Get off of my stream. Get the fuck out. I'm tired of you people.